Hi, this is John, and welcome back to Mr. America Heart. So today I'm in my other studio, that being my truck. And I've decided to pull on over into the shaded area here. It's pretty hot in Southern California, summertime 2019. And it hit me. And I couldn't let this one go much longer because I was so in the mood to shoot this right now and share with you. It hit me all of a sudden. What does it take to get ripped? Now, you know, I've heard it all, man. I've heard it all over the years. I'm not talking about from other bodybuilders, because other bodybuilders and fitness athletes in general, they know that, it takes discipline. There's your word. It takes discipline. It takes discipline to be on a diet. It takes discipline to restrict yourself. It takes discipline to go ahead and pull yourself from social events. It takes discipline to say no when you're standing in line at a supermarket and everything is designed to trigger you to, buy and eat anything and everything in sight. When you know you're hungry and you still have cardio to do that night, and you've trained all day earlier in the morning, and you've already worked all day, that's discipline right there. You say no to it and you walk away. And you figure it's more important, to me personally, it's more important to wake up in the morning looking better than the day before, seeing new veins in my abs or tighter skin in the abs. That's exactly what it takes, is prioritizing and knowing that the very next day you're going to wake up and be happy that you turned down certain delicacies or certain foods or being lazy on the cardio. Now, what does it take to be ripped? Does it take any special drugs? This one, I'm just going to go right to, because I love that one. I love that one when someone's even seen pictures of myself. I'm not the ultimate example of being shredded all the time or anything like that. But when they've seen competition pictures of me in shape, and a good example is a couple of my book covers. On one of the book covers, I'm doing a kneeling pose. And I've had a lot of comments over the years since I wrote that book that to get in that kind of shape requires drugs. And I just laugh. Let me do a big LOL on that one, because I know the truth. And, it couldn't be any further from the truth. Getting in that kind of condition required me, it's on the cover of my book, Mr. America Shape Up Series. Getting in that kind of condition required me, to do everything possible. I did everything possible to get in that kind of condition, from training with the weights, of course, to retain muscle or gain muscle and then retain it near the end. But be on the strictest diet possible. Calorically, I knew exactly what I was eating every single day. And did I break the diet? Occasionally I would, on purpose, with a purpose, as part of my diet. But then the cardio, the one thing that I absolutely detest more than anything else, that's not why I got into bodybuilding, to do cardio. But the cardio, which started off at the beginning of that prep season, about 23, 24 weeks out from the show, with mild sessions of cardio. By the time it came to about 5-6 weeks out from the show, you're talking about doing, up to 90 minutes of cardio at times. Not in a row necessarily, but 90 minutes total on any given day. That could have been the case. That was the case in my case. And, what do you do to get not just striations in your glutes in the lower part of your glutes, but to get striations in the upper part of your glutes, separating it from your hip and from your lower back? That requires some discipline, and it requires over and above effort for an extended period of time. Deprivation. That's what it takes. There's not any special drug going to substitute for that. Now, is that to say that you can't go and take certain thyroid medications and speed up your metabolism and get ripped that way? Yeah, there's plenty of people who do that. That's true. But is it necessary? No, when you have discipline. So doing it the disciplined way requires a lot of sacrifice. So that word you've heard me say in this video alone, already, 20 times? So discipline is the key to getting ripped. Choosing the right path for you, which comes from experience. You can have a coach. You can have your coach design a program for you. And I recommend once you do have a coach and they design a program for you, that you follow what your coach says and use it and record it and decide once it's all done, was it worth it? And if it was worth it, fantastic. If in the end you weren't satisfied with the progress, maybe the plan just wasn't perfect for you. In which case, you can seek out a new plan, do your research, keep detailed notes on everything that you did prior to that, or the emails that you have from your coach, either way. But in the long run, it's up to you, the individual, the athlete, to go ahead and choose a new plan or to stick with the plan that you've been given. You might hit it, your coach might hit it perfect for you right out the gate, and that's just a sign of his experience or her experience. And I have clients that I help online that is the case. They're paying for the benefit of the experience that I have over the last 4 decades. So, there's a little shameless plug for you, by the way. If you're interested in any online training, coaching, you can go to MrAmericaHeart.com and check it out and shoot me an inquiry, or just go ahead and purchase your program. I'll be more than happy to help you. That was my public service announcement. Let me move on. John Hart service announcement. But in any event, you decide after you've done a program and you stick to it 100%. You never take advice from multiple people. If you're preparing to get in the best shape of your life, you don't take the advice from multiple people. It's the surest way to not get in the best shape that you could be in, because you're gonna, it's like going with the wind, one way or the other. You're not satisfied on a certain day, you are satisfied on another day. That's the nature of being on a tight diet and getting a little bit out of your mind when you're burning body fat. You can't properly assess anything. It's afterwards, after you hit your peak, after you've reached that level of conditioning that you want to have, that you can properly assess, was it all worth it? When you hit that point, after the contest, take a few meals off, eat some good food, then assess, were you in the best shape possible? When you can do that way, then you'll make the best decisions possible. So that's it. I just wanted to address this today. I've had questions before on what it takes to get in the best shape possible. And discipline. Discipline is it. Having a plan, working the plan, discipline. Does it take a special diet? Not in particular. Is there better ways of doing it? Easier ways of doing it? Yes. Are there more severe ways of doing it? Yes. And again, that comes from experience, and hopefully you guys seek out some good counsel when it comes to that. But yeah, that's it. Hey, before I leave today, I want to recommend a couple channels for you. Good friend of mine. If you're suffering with any sort of back problems whatsoever, you have any kind of issues with that, especially spondylolisthesis, nerve pain in the back, things like that. My original training partner, Dr. Michael Remy, I'll put his channel right down below over there, or to my left, your right. Dr. Michael Remy has a great channel on YouTube. You should check him out. He gives away a ton of free information. One of the smartest men I've ever known, and really helping a lot of people. So feel free, check him out. Michael Remy, Dr. Michael Remy. The other one, you know what? This other one, I've been led to share with you. JMFITNESS. JMFITNESS. I don't even know his name, to be honest with you, but I went over his channel. He made a comment on one of my videos. I appreciated it, and when I went and looked at his channel, because that's what YouTubers do. When I went and I looked at his channel, I have to admit, gentleman's got to be in his late 50s right now, and sharing his multiple decades of experience and wisdom from training himself and others on his channel. It's a small channel right now. He doesn't have a whole bunch of followers or subscribers, but I highly recommend. You'll find some wisdom in some of the things that he's sharing through his videos. So check him out, JM Fitness. I'll put that on my left, your right as well. And before you go, if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it. That big red button on your right-hand side. Off to your left, if you give me a thumbs up, that always helps as well. From my heart to you, John Hart, thanks for stopping by today.
Hey, do you want John to be your personal trainer? Get your training and diet managed online by Mr. America himself. Go to MrAmericaHeart.com. It's in the link right here below in the video's description.